For 25 years, I've represented clients and taught students at the undergraduate and law school level throughout the United States. And during that time, I've noticed the mistakes that they make again and again and again. Here are the 7 mistakes that people make that often ruin their lives and that you should avoid. Number 1, they wait too long. They wait too long to hire a lawyer, to see a doctor, to ask for help. When they do that, a small problem often becomes an insurmountable one. Number 2, they let their egos make their decisions. They refuse to apologize. They refuse to admit that they're wrong. When they do that, they may feel a sense of self-satisfaction, but they're often perceived very negatively. Don't let your ego and pride get in the way of making the right decisions. Number 3, they confuse being right with winning. Okay, because being right on an issue doesn't always lead you to accomplish the objective that you're seeking. For example, a client refuses to take a plea deal that would result in a substantially lesser sentence than if he or she were convicted. They refuse to take the plea deal because they claim they're innocent. They go to trial, they get convicted, and they get sentenced to 3 times the sentence they otherwise would have served. That's an example of wanting so desperately to be right that you lose focus on the ultimate objective you're trying to seek. So don't confuse right with winning. Number 4, they send the email. That's right. It only takes one email or one text message late at night when you're emotional and you send that email or that text insulting someone, making allegations that aren't supportable. When you do that and you hit the send button, you can never change what you said again. It becomes evidence, and often those statements are made in your worst moments and reflect horribly on you. So don't send that email and don't send that text. Number 5, they ignore small problems. They ignore small conflicts with friends, or small financial issues, or small issues at work, thinking maybe they'll go away. But what happens over time is they get worse. They get more significant. And over time, they get to a point where it's almost impossible to deal with them, and a situation arises that could have been avoided. Make sure you nip it in the bud at the outset. Don't let something fester and something grow, because when it does, it could overwhelm you and lead to consequences that could have so easily been prevented. Number 6, they think tomorrow is going to be different. So that leads them to put off things that they should do because they think, I'll get to this task later. I'll complete this paper later. I'll fill out this application later. Well, tomorrow really isn't that different. And when you get into a pattern of putting things off, it becomes permanent. And that leads to a procrastination that deprives you of opportunities and potential. So no, don't focus on tomorrow. Focus on today. Number 7, they think it can't happen to me. We all think we're special. We all think we're different. We all think we could never be so unlucky. But it's not true. We're the same as everybody else. And anything can happen to us. And that's why it's so important to be humble. These are the 7 mistakes that have ruined people's lives in legal and other contexts. Don't make them. And if you don't, you'll avoid a lot of the conflict that is typically preventable in many situations. I hope you liked this video. If you like it, hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you soon.